This is Clecquot, the Nagger Insult Bitty, here with brother Blue Pill, TurtleGang Edutainment, just coming from the Prodigy little mixer for his book, My Infamous Life. Just copped that, had to support the God. I just wanted to say that he was one of the many integral figures in hip hop that said things that led me on my path, you know, through my research and stuff like that, whatever. He was one of the first brothers who talked about Illuminati, you know what I mean? A lot of people don't really talk about that on record, you know what I'm saying? He was one of the first people talking about Dr. York scrolls in hip hop, like on, you know, a signed artist talking about people like Dr. York, you know what I mean? You had Nas talk about Dr. York, you had De La Soul too, and you had some other artists or whatever, but people like, everybody know like KRS-One, for example, you know, was always on that Ascension guy hip hop stuff or whatever. And he's another brother who like led me through my researches or whatever. But Prodigy, somebody who, you talking about guns and all that other stuff, a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, they don't see through the negativity of what the artist is talking about to see the jewels, to see the diamonds in the rough of all that. But I seen the diamonds in the rough of all that, and that's why I'm here to support the brother or whatever. And this for real, I'm just keeping. Some of the stuff I'm even saying is me stepping out my shell to tell you this, because he deserved for people to know this type of stuff, you know what I mean? Like, he's one of the people who had my nose in a book, you know what I'm saying? He talking about guns and stuff. I was in the streets too, but I used to be on the block with books because of this. Well, he was one of the reasons, you know what I mean?
Indeed.
You know what I mean?
When homie had that, he had the vice grip on the game for a brief minute, you know what I'm saying? And he was one of the very rare individuals during the Versace rap era, the Gambino era, that he was littering and, you know, sprinkling his rhymes with information. And if anybody knows Nas' MO, when he came in, he kind of tried to get away from that. But he started seeing it, that's what was making Prodigy the HNIC. You know what I'm saying? He was considered to be the crown holder for a minute because he did something that's integral that every king of New York must do, and that's mix street with consciousness in their own particular way. And Prodigy, you know what I'm saying, he held that crown for a moment, and we will forever be thankful. And especially now when he's coming back and he's pulling the curtain and pulling the window and pulling the shade up and exposing those fucking black devils. Alright?
Yeah, I just want to share one more thing. I want to show how this come full circle, right? Back in the day, one of the pieces that Prodigy used to rock, he was one of the first cats in hip hop that used to rock long chains. You know what I mean? Yeah, the RZA was one of them, but Prodigy was one of the first niggas. My chain hanging down to my dick, my piece bang glass tables. He was that nigga said that. But one of the pieces that he had, and yo, let me tell you, because I'm tired of niggas rocking these Jesus pieces, man. For one, that shit ain't got nothing to do with us, for one. For two, I certainly believe, all right, Big started that. But if Big was here, Big would not still be rocking 2 Jesus pieces. And if you got on a Jesus piece, I don't give a fuck if you know how you feel about that, whatever. But Prodigy, he had a talent. This nigga, Prodigy had a vulture's claw, a talent. Now here's how this come 360. What I got on. And it's not because of Prodigy, but I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? I got on a vulture. What does a vulture represent? In comedic studies, this is moot or neckbet. Neckbet, the T at the end signifies that it's a female entity. But a vulture was a caregiver. The European puts negative connotations on vultures or whatever, but a vulture was a positive thing. That's why you always see the Neteru with a vulture behind them, embracing them, taking care of them, or a vulture following the Nusuk Bitties or the so-called pharaohs or whatever. You had a vulture will prick its own, just like the brother Mfudishi said, a vulture will prick its own talent or whatever to feed its youth, because he's a caregiver. You know what I'm saying? I have 2 sons. I'm a caregiver, so I got the Neteru neckbet on my chain. And like I said, Prodigy used to rock the talent of the vulture hanging down. Peace.